Hi, Trevor here, reflecting on life through music. Thank you for stopping by. Well, I trust you enjoyed my last collaboration from Aussie duo Vanda and Young with Flash in the Pan. And through this song, Down Among the Deadmen, we looked at the Titanic and that movie back in 1997 with Jack and Rose, and how Rose was able to actually live a pretty good life after meeting Jack. So I trust you found that one encouraging. What chances do we need to take in our lives? Well, we're going from there to an absolutely iconic band today. It does not get much bigger than these guys. And the story started in 1967 in London. Now, when I mention some of these names, you know exactly where I am going. Let's start off with the iconic Peter Green. Now, may he rest in peace. This iconic blues guitarist, blues vocalist these guys was, very much shaped the sound of this band at the beginning. We then have Mick Fleetwood on drums, John Mcphee on bass, Jeremy Spencer was in there, and a little way after the start, Christine Perfect. Now, Christine would marry John and become Chris McVie, and of course, who we're talking about? We're talking about Fleetwood Mac today. Now, because of the iconicness of these guys, we're going to give these guys a couple of videos. We're going to talk a little bit more about their music today, and next time we'll talk more about their influence. And as I said at the start, very much shaped by Peter Green as a blues band. And certainly between 1968 and 1969, there were 3 studio albums. There we go, right there. Then there was a bit of a transition period between 1970 and 1974. People such as Danny Kerwin and Bob Welsh. But in that time, there were 6 studio albums. Now, we can't discount the start of Fleetwood Mac. There were 9 studio albums out of the 18 that these guys have actually done. And so let's not discount the start Fleetwood Mac had. But Mick Fleetwood was faced with a bit of a dilemma in 1975 because they had got a bit of a start. They had a bit of an eclecticness to them. Chris McVie had certainly brought in some pop elements into the blues that was there. And he needed a couple of people to fill out the lineup. And it was when he went to New York, or actually Los Angeles, I think it was, around 1975, he met duo Lindsey Buckingham and Stevie X. Of course, we all know how good a guitarist Lindsey is and how good a vocalist he is. And Stevie X, just this a beautiful eclecticness that she was, were perfect to fill out the Fleetwood Mac famous 5. Mick Fleetwood, John Mcphee, Lindsey Buckingham, Stevie X, and Christine McVie. And certainly there have been 18 studio albums, 9 live albums, 23 compilation albums, 11 videos, 30 music videos, 1 EP, 62 singles, estimated to have sold 120 million albums, making these guys one of the best of all time. Of course, what can we say about Fleetwood Mac? First of all, the rhythm section. Now, Mick Fleetwood has not been without his demons over years. The breakups, the tumultuous times, the drugs, the alcohol, all of this has been very much a part of the Fleetwood Mac story. But I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus more on the legend and the way these guys actually changed the world. So, Mick Fleetwood, you know, he's not scared to try different things. You think about pretty straight rock beats of songs like Tusk, which we'll actually get onto next time. He's an iconic drummer, make no mistake about it. And with him, we've got John Mcphee just holding the drive of the band so well. We then got Chris McVie. Now, of course, her on keyboards, she just had a beautiful way of playing. And of course, her vocals as well, a different sound to Stevie X and Lindsey Buckingham. But with the 3 of them, what can we say about how good these guys harmonise? Songs like Rhiannon, oh my goodness, absolutely stunning harmonies, and this is what makes Fleetwood Mac so iconic. Of course, we then got Lindsey Buckingham. Now, of course, you know he has interesting guitars, and he's renowned as one of the best guitar pickers of all time. And with his incredible vocals, just filled out the sound so well. Songs like "Can You Go Your Own Way," which we'll get onto in a minute as well. And then Stevie X, just the mysteriousness and the eclecticness of her, and just her vocals, just the whole thing is just Fleetwood Mac. What more can we say than that? Incredible songwriting, incredible production, incredible cohesiveness and harmonies as a group. This is a group of 5, that is for sure. And when you add all of the tumultuousness that has been in there, particularly around the Rumours album, we've got absolutely iconic moments in time, never before, never to be repeated stuff happening here. It was a bit of a shock to the world actually in 2018, when Lindsey Buckingham kind of left. Now we'll just leave it at that. And of course, you don't replace Lindsey Buckingham with 1 people; you've got to replace him with 2. And in came Mike Campbell of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, and Aussie New Zealander Neil Finn from Crowded House, and just filled out that sound really, really well. And I'll get on to one of their first performances in a minute. So, an all-round musical powerhouse of Fleetwood Mac. And the thing that's amazing about Fleetwood Mac is through all the tumultuous and everything that was going on, these guys, they came and they went and they came back, and they did reunion tours. And because Fleetwood Mac is just Fleetwood Mac, and you know, there's something bigger than the 5 individuals. Fleetwood Mac is an absolute phenomenon in music. Well, let's get on to the clips, and we'll look a little bit more at this guy's career through this song. So we go back to the Peter Green era with "Oh Well." Now, of course, you've got to have a song by Peter Green. This came out in 1969 and actually was not on an album from my reading. Very much blues rock type of feel, and here we get to see how great his vocals are, how incredible his guitar playing was, and just his attitude really. He really very much set Fleetwood Mac out on the start, and very, very almost progressive blues pretty much here. Fleetwood Mac had a sound all of its own right back then. And then we get to the iconic The White Album, or Fleetwood Mac as it was known in 1976. I suppose with the iconic 5 in place, an album had to come out. And the fans called the album The White Album because it's got a white cover. And here we see Stevie X and Lindsey Buckingham. And just here's a live version of Rhiannon. You know, the first compilation song album I actually got had this song, and just how good are these harmonies in this song, and how iconic this song actually is, that we kind of know the minute this song starts exactly where it's going. So we've got Rhiannon from the White Album. Now, probably one of my go-to songs for Fleetwood Mac, and probably one of the go-to songs for many people, is Go Your Own Way. This came off the iconic Rumours album. This is all about drugs and relationship breakups and just the whole thing. But such a potent list of songs. They didn't just sort of wallow in it. They actually created some of the best songs of all time. Rumours is estimated to have sold 10 million albums in 1 month, and has sold 40 million albums worldwide since that time, making it one of the highest selling albums of all time. So iconic, it won a Grammy Award for this band in 1977, Album of the Year. So again, here we see Lindsey Buckingham actually taking the lead in this one. And again, you know, his incredible guitar playing, how he actually plays what he does on the guitar he's got, but it's kind of, you can't separate him from this particular guitar. And so we've got a live version of Go Your Own Way. And then another of my favourites of Fleetwood Mac is You Make Loving Fun, again, off the White Album. And this is got Chris McVie at lead vocals. Just goes to show you got these 3 lead vocalists who can all sing so well. And Chris sometimes gets lost in amongst it all, but one of the comments on a YouTube clip was, let's not discount Chris McVie for the incredible inspiration she was to Fleetwood Mac, and this just shows off her vocals so well. This video, live video, is from a reunion from the dance from 1997. So good to see that these 5 of these guys coming back and they do what they do so well. What I love also about You Make Loving Fun is just how the lyrical guitar perfection of Lindsey Buckingham in this song. And also the keyboard at the start, just the whole thing. Fleetwood Mac is Fleetwood Mac. So we've got a live version of that one. So the links to those 4 songs are in the description below. And if you want to recap on Flash in the Pan from last time, feel free. Well, we'll get on to more of the, I suppose, the inspiration and influence of Fleetwood Mac next time. We'll look at a few more of their songs. But if you have come for this first installment of Fleetwood Mac today, thank you very much for coming. If this is your first time to Live Reflections or you're coming back, welcome to everyone. It's so good to see everyone here. So, as I said, we'll get on to Fleetwood Mac next time. So until then, I'll catch you around. Bye for now.